Alright everybody, welcome back to the Meat Stew 232 channel. I am Meat Stew and this is part 6 of a complete beginner tutorial for 7 Days to Die. We're going to get right back into the game. As I've said before, if you enter the map seed as I have entered it here, you will be playing on the same map. We're not going to change any options, we're just going to get right into it. Last time I left you guys off, it was just before 1 a.m. game time, I believe. I did do a little bit of work after I left you guys, just kind of trying to level the ground around the base, but only a little while. So it's just now 4:30 a.m. and as always, we will check the character as soon as we get into the map. We've got food at 26%, water at 29%. You can see our temperature is climbing, but that's because we've got the forge running and we are standing close to it. So we'll go back to the character menu here. Let's see what we've got. We've got our normal stuff, plant fibers, stone, and wood in our inventory. We've got our tools here and some wood frames. Come and check for some food over here. We are running low on food. We do have some eggs. There's no canned food in here. I believe we left some stuff in the campfire. I must have eaten all of that. Alright, we do have a plan for the day. We're going to go and loot the hotel. So that is fortunately enough right next to us. Just making sure there's nothing. Oh, this is a good spot to talk about yucca fruit. Alright, so we're going to take our yucca fruit into our backpack and these empty glass jars. And what we're going to do here is hit up on the D-pad after we highlight the yucca fruit and see our recipes. You can make yucca juice with 4 yucca fruit and 1 glass jar. Let's go ahead and make 4 of those. Go ahead and craft those. It is going to take about 40 seconds, but in the meantime, you can also eat the yucca fruit. So if you highlight that with triangle and hit left on the D-pad as it says here, you will eat that. It's going to give you 10 stamina and 4% fullness. So it's not a whole lot, but if it's an available resource, it can keep you alive. So we're going to eat a whole bunch of this. We'll wait for our yucca juice to finish crafting. We'll drink some of that. I'm not going to take us all the way up to 100% with the yucca fruit. But you could do that, and they're easy to find. You find them when you chop down cactus, and you also find yucca plants out in the wild in some places. So the yucca juice also increases your wellness by 0.1, and that's something that we're always looking to do, to increase the wellness. All right, we're at 89% hydration. Let's open the character menu one more time, and 57% food. I think that's going to get us through this video. So I'm going to leave this stuff here. And we are going to head over to the hotel. Now, if you are lucky enough to find yourself in a 4-way or a town like this is a good idea. If you are not near a town, you can either explore the map or just continue gathering resources. Looks like we've got some monsters out here. Mo's a big boy. It's kind of hard to fight. I would highly recommend staying far away from him. We could have avoided him altogether. Oh! Whatever her name is, I can't remember. Chandra? Cassandra? I don't even know. Alright, we took care of those guys. Hey, that's really good. She had 15 shotgun shells, 29 7.62 rounds, and of course some sham sandwiches. And as always, we will chop up these zombies just so the game doesn't have to process as much. And it also increases your skill for whatever tool you're using to chop them up. You can see I just got to level 10 in blade weapons. Let me see if I have any any skill points available. I'm going to open the skills menu. I have 15 skill points available, and Mo is coming. So I'm going to come down to Knife Guy. Prerequisite for the first level is Blade Weapons 1. I'm going to buy that by pressing up on the D-pad. Narrowly avoid a swipe by Mo. So Knife Guy just makes your blade weapons do more damage. Ooh. Oh, he got me. I'm infected. Oh no, is there another one here? What's going on? How did he hit me twice? He hit me twice. Come here, Mo. I'm taking you down. So sometimes they get stunned and they don't fall down. You can still take advantage of that. He had a couple painkillers there. Painkillers are good to sell to traders. They also serve another purpose. You can decrease your hydration level with painkillers. And that's helpful if you're... Oh no, I'm bleeding out. Oh no, he hit me twice again. Oh, alright, so I come over in my toolbar with L1. I'm going to use this med kit real quick. It stops the bleeding, and it healed me about 50 points. I'm gonna get some better shots on this guy. Yeah, so Mo is tough. Alright, that gave us another level. We just got to level 10, and we have 10 more skill points. So after I chop this guy up, we're gonna come back into the skills menu right down here. And the prerequisite for the second level of Knife Guy is Blade Weapons 10, which we just reached. And we still have, well, we just got 5 more points, so we have 10 total. I'm gonna go ahead and buy the second rank of that. Now again, there are many different ways to play the game. I will boost combat skills and survival skills with perks, and I'll try to do that at an equal rate, just to keep things kind of balanced. Sounds like there's some zombies in here, but I don't see any, so I'm going to tell you guys what we're going to do real quick. We're going to craft some wooden chests. So I'll highlight the wood with triangle, hit left on the D-pad for recipes, and you can navigate through these menus with the right control stick, and you find the secure storage chest. You can always use the search bar here as well, or the storage chest is always in the basics menu. So I want to make 4 of these. There are 4 levels to this hotel. It doesn't take very long to craft those. I'm going to drop them into my toolbar and highlight them. What I'm going to do with these, I'm going to rotate these here until they sit sideways on the wall like that, and we'll put one at the bottom of the stairs on every floor. And as we clear out each floor, we can stash everything into these treasure chests. Alright, one of these rooms I've already cleared out with you guys, but I am going to go through this staircase. I'm going to go through and show you what we're looking for in these hotel rooms. So the major things we want next are a wrench, and we want to get a workbench. So if we are lucky enough while we're going through these hotel rooms, we'll find a wrench. You can break up these tables, and they will give you wood. It's not much, but it does give you some. And I like to clear out everything typically. And also you want to break up these couches because they give you wood and leather, and they go pretty quick. And the leather is important for a lot of other things you can craft. You can either smash these chairs, it'll give you 6 wood, or you can pick them up, and if you highlight that with triangle in your backpack, you can hit right on the D-pad to scrap it, and it'll give you 7 wood. So I would recommend picking up the chairs and scrapping them from your menu, like so. But basically we're going to gather as many resources as we can. But the most important thing here is all of the containers that are in the hotel. So we'll go through and we'll open everything that we possibly can. The refrigerators have 2 levels. There's a top and a bottom. The sinks are good places to look for wrenches. That one did not have one. We found some water in that oven. But basically we're going to go through this entire hotel and break down all the doors, gather whatever we can, and hopefully we come out at the bottom with a wrench. Now all of the treasure chests that I placed, the secure storage chests that I placed at the bottom of the stairs, as our inventory fills up, we're going to go make massive drops in all of those chests. So let me take a look at my backpack real quick. So we've only got 18 slots available in the backpack, and we've got 3 more. So 21 more items we can carry before we need to go make a drop in those chests. Oh, I didn't mean to hit that. I meant to search it. Lots of water. Some painkillers. Again, those are good for the trader. I will make a video on the trader in the future. This is a shower. If you break this, it will give you broken glass. You can either drop the broken glass in the forge, or you can use it. If you use it, it makes you eat this, and it will kill you. So it's up to you to determine whether or not that's useful for you. We always search the trash bins, and the toilets are a good place to find human turds, which you can use to make fertilizer. You can also find pistols in toilets. It is a common place to find pistols. I'm not going to worry about breaking down all these tables and stuff, just for, you know, keeping the video a little bit shorter. But for now, I am going to speed through this portion of the video, and we will listen to our classical music. We found a toilet pistol, level 28. It's not great, but it's better than nothing. Alright guys, we have looted not every level, but we've looted a lot. So if I click L3 here, it's going to bring everything from the storage chest into my backpack and my remaining storage spaces. Some of these things stack, some of them don't. We are going to get rid of a couple things that are less important just so we can carry all of this back with us to our base. Let me hit the sort button here on my backpack. Let's see. We're going to go ahead and get these chairs started to scrap. We want to keep all of the food and water we found. We got 19 bottled water, 32 murky water. These are vitamins, so these will increase your wellness by 0.5. Those are very good to have. I like to stockpile those. We got 7 human turds. We'll do a video on farming later on. We can go ahead and get these empty cans started to scrap in our inventory, so just hit right on the D-pad after you highlight it. We did find 2 wrenches, which is really good. That's exactly why we came here, and I'll talk to you guys about that in just a second. We did find the Stag Party Challenge, so if you read these challenges when you find them, they'll give you a task to complete, and on completion of that task, you will either earn 1 or 2 skill points, depending on whether or not you finish it in the time limit provided. Let's see, but for now, we're going to drop this paper. Hit down on the D-pad to drop anything. We are going to drop this broken glass. We don't really need that. I don't plan on eating broken glass in the wasteland just yet. And we do already have a cooking pot in our campfire. So I'm going to go ahead and scrap these 4 cooking pots as well. Let's see. Now from a container like this that is not your backpack or tool belt, if you want to drop something, you just pick it up with X, click and drag off of the menus, and it'll drop it on the floor there. So we're going to get rid of our bones, our sham sandwiches, our rotting flesh, and let's see, we want to take the shotgun shells and the bullets back for sure. We already have some iron here in our backpack, so we can stack that. Let's see what else we got. We can do without the animal fat for now. I do want to take these steel arrows. We have some iron arrowheads. Those are important later on, but I'm going to scrap those for now, just so we can take these blood bags, because the blood bags will help you make med kits. So all of our chests are empty. We know we've emptied out a good portion of this hotel. We're going to run back to base, make an inventory drop, and then we will work on our next task. Alright, so for our next task, we want to find a workbench. And there just so happens to be a gas station over here. So after you find a wrench, let me go ahead and move this to my toolbar here. After you find a wrench, if you are as lucky as we have been to find a wrench and a gas station nearby, a common place to find a workbench is at a gas station. There's already a way in. Sometimes they'll be in the garage here. We'll go ahead and sort this stuff. If there is not a workbench here, then we were just not lucky enough to find one. But good news is you can build one and I will talk to you guys about that in just a moment. We just found some meat stew. This is the entire reason for this channel. Let's highlight that with triangle. We'll talk about it. Even though I can hear the zombies right outside, this is meat stew. This is the best thing you can eat in this game. It tells you the price. It increases your fullness by 27.8%. It increases your wellness by 1.6. This means almost every time you eat one of these, you'll be increasing your wellness by 1 point. Let's see. It does smell, so this has the same effect as carrying raw meat in your backpack or your tool belt. So, alright, we've got that. Okay, since we have the wrench here, I'm going to show you guys something that you can do with this. If you come to the filing cabinet and you use R2, it will start to disassemble this filing cabinet. You can destroy these objects with any tool, but if you use the wrench, the filing cabinet will give you mechanical parts in return. Doesn't appear we've gotten any just yet. That filing cabinet did not give us any mechanical parts. That is rather unlucky. You can also take apart these beverage coolers. Pretty much anything you think that you would need a wrench to take apart, you can take apart. Let's see what that gave us real quick. So, we got some short iron pipes, we got some electrical parts, and we got some electrical components. The electrical parts, you can use those to craft other items. The electrical components are good to sell at a trader. Oh, we've got another airdrop. Where's he at? Where is he? There he is. Flying off into the distance. Not picking me up. We're going to check our map real quick. So, as always, as soon as the airdrop happens, I'm going to come to the map, hit triangle on the parachute crate, and drop my own save waypoint with an X just so I know where to find that. It is kind of far away. We got plenty of time though, right? Yeah, let's go for it. We have entered a new biome. This is the burnt forest. It is kind of creepy. Oh, and we found a large body of water. Alright, let's look at the map, see where we're at in comparison to that airdrop. So, I can either follow the coast up this line of water here. Let me zoom in so you guys can see that a little better. But we don't know until we get there. So this could be out in the middle of a vast body of water. I do not recommend swimming across water. It takes ages and ages. I also do not recommend hanging out in the burnt forest. Not early game as a complete beginner, but the trees in the burnt forest will not only give you wood, but they will also give you coal, and this is a vital ingredient to make gunpowder later on. So if you're ever short on coal, you can just come chop down some trees in the burnt forest, so it'll give you wood and a little bit of coal. But for now, we're going to run back to the base. Never skip a bird's nest. Alright, our chest is full. That means we're going to have to craft one more. Let me come to my basics menu here. Just craft another storage chest. We'll drop that in the toolbar. Navigate over to it, and we'll just place this on the wall next to our first one. Like so. Now, managing your inventory can be tedious. Sorting out all of your chests is pretty important. For now, I'm just making what I like to call a junk dump, where I just toss anything that I have randomly into whatever chest is open. Oh, we are losing wellness because we are starving. That is not good, but we did find a bunch of food earlier. Let me see here. You know what? I'm just going to eat the meat stew that we found. cannibalize myself here. Alright, so we'll highlight that in the backpack, hit left on the D-pad to eat it. The heart, soul, and rest of you. Well, I couldn't read what that said. Alright, so our wellness came back. We do have some food in us now. Let's come over and look at the character menu. This gives you an active effect, of which we have 3. We'll look at healing first. Because we have consumed enough food, we will slowly heal. We are at full health. We also have a nice hot stew that's going to last for the next 5.5 minutes. Your core temp is increased by 14%, so this is good to eat if you are freezing, or if you're experiencing hypothermia. And then we will look at our infection status. We are infected. This has a few different stages. In stage 1, which lasts for about, it says up here, it lasts for 2 hours and 30 minutes. For stage 1, you can use a jar of honey to cure your infection, which we found. They look like this. Move those to the backpack, highlight those. So stamina plus 40, fullness plus 7, wellness plus 0.4, and it removes infection. The other thing you can use to remove your infection are antibiotics. We'll take a look at those. It does all of this stuff. It removes infection, infection 1, infection 2, infection 3, and dysentery 1 and 2. We do not need to use the antibiotics right now, so we'll just eat this jar of honey. It's going to give us an empty glass jar back, and I'll put all this stuff back into the inventory. Let's check out our thirst real quick. Our water's at 26%. We've got another yucca juice. We'll just drink that, and that should do us pretty well for now. So, while we were in the hotel, or maybe the gas station, I'm not sure exactly where we found it, we found a crossbow schematic. So this will teach you how to make the crossbow. We're going to go ahead and read that. And it'll tell you new recipe unlocked, crossbow. So, let's see if we have the things to make the crossbow with. I'm just going to search in the menu here for crossbow. I'll just type cross, and that'll show up. There's a little book icon here on the right. If you have not read the schematic to build that particular item, then this book icon will be grayed out like the rest of these letters. So let's click on that. We need some forged iron. We need some leather, which we picked up a lot of in the hotel by chopping up those couches. We need some glue, some duct tape, and some wood. We've got some wood. Imagine that. So, for the forged iron, we're going to come over to the forge. And if you just look right here on the forge menu, we've got forged iron there. I believe we needed 10 forged iron for the crossbow. And we will have to drop fuel in the fire. It's going to take about a minute, so you drop 6 pieces of wood, hit up on the D-pad, and in about a minute we will have 10 forged iron. We need leather, glue, and duct tape. Take a look through our chests here. I know we have leather. There's some glue. Do we have any duct tape? Do not have any duct tape. Where'd the leather go? I've just overlooked it, I'm sure. There it is. Okay, so we are still going to need to find some duct tape. So I'll just put this stuff back in. We will let the forge continue crafting that forged iron. And we're going to take a look at the treasure maps here. We have Nicole's treasure map. We have 2 of them. I'm just going to use one of them here. Come outside where it's nice and sunny. So if we highlight this with triangle, it says it's a ragged old treasure map I found with some scribbling on it. If you hit left on the D-pad, you will read it, and it will bring up this menu. Nicole's treasure map, to whom it may concern. If you've come to possess this note, then quite possibly I've been eaten by the dead. Follow this map to one of my many valuable treasure locations I buried to keep safe from crazy Jake. If you find it, you make good use of it. Best wishes, Nicole. It gives you an option to accept or decline. We're going to go ahead and accept that. And then we're going to look around on our compass. When you read those maps, it will drop a new marker on your map. So if you look up on the compass just to the northwest, we now have a really tiny little emblem. So we'll open up the map and we'll go look in that direction. There is a treasure chest up here. Alright guys, I'm gonna have to get back to the treasure chest on the next video. We'll try to do the treasure chest, we'll talk about traders, and we will also try to find ourselves a workbench which will help us build better tools and do a few other things. I do appreciate you guys watching the Meat Stew channel. If you like what I'm doing here, go ahead and hit like and subscribe, and we will see you guys next time.